Hello, Facebook friends. Today's Monday, and it's a beautiful, sunny, warm day here in Baltimore. And I'm here with Hugh, and we did a renovation loan with Hugh, and he bought a house and did the renovation work. And we're just going to talk a little bit about the process and what he liked about it, what he didn't like, and how it all worked out for him. So let me start, Hugh. We knew each other previously, but you were looking for a house that needed to be renovated. Can you talk just a little about some of the benefits of buying a house that needs work?
Yeah, sure. Well, the benefits of, especially if it needs work, you can create equity right away. So one can put usually less money than if it's bought in the right area, and you can bring a house up to market value without putting as much money into it. So you can create equity right away. And also then you get to make the house the way you want it. A house that needs work is a blank slate that you can design the house you want, rather than, especially if you buy a house that's already been renovated, you're buying the plans of someone else.
That's great. I could not have scripted that better. So can you talk about the loan process and the contractor selection? I know that we put people through a lot with the paperwork and pay stubs and bank statements and everything. But talk about the loan process first, and then a little about the contractor selection and the bidding.
Yeah, it's not free money. One still has to put work and time into it. And I suppose there's two directions one can go. One can try to be the general oneself, or you could just sub the entire thing out. But you still have to track receipts and get everyone paid and submit and have what's the name of the
consultant?
The consultant schedule the consultant visits and work through a schedule. So especially if one does it oneself, it's a process you need to learn and get good at. Otherwise, it can be more work than you want. But the money isn't free, but it's still money that, I didn't have the money to fix up this house. So this is a process that allowed me to do that. But everyone knows the drill. Everyone knows how to do it. So as long as you work with it well, the pieces fall into place.
Great, thank you. And you had a realtor that helped you with the process. Mm-hmm. And talk a little about the realtor's involvement and how they went around and showed you different houses and you determined the equity and all those kinds of things.
Oh, and just like shopping for that.
Yeah.
My realtor, he knew, we worked together for a while, and he knew what I was looking for. And he knew that I was open to looking at houses that were in pretty bad shape. And in fact, I didn't want to find a house that I'd be paying market value for that had bad renovation work done to it. I wanted to know what had gone into it, because one of the problems, especially for houses that have been flipped, or people, contractors have worked on spec, that they'll be trying to save money and then cover it up. A lot of people are up to snuff and they do a fine job, but I like to know what's happened to the house, and I like to pick my contractors as well. So I worked with the real estate agent for a long time, and then this house, we looked at a bunch of them, and this one he found out about, and we came and saw it, and I put a bid on it that day.
Great. And I sort of know what happened at the end, but you got finished your renovation, contractor got paid out all the draws, and then we had you secure 6 months of mortgage payments, and we came back and refinanced you. So can you talk a little about the refinancing, getting rid of the mortgage insurance, and you talk about the equity, so the benefit of that?
Yeah, that was really critical, because the mortgage insurance on top of the mortgage was high because of the kind of mortgage it was. But since I was able to put around $100,000 in equity on top of this house, and I had to then work with refinance and look at different recent home sales around, and then show that this house had 3 new bathrooms and a new kitchen to it, and that got me off of the mortgage insurance, just as Lewis had predicted, and it worked out and brought me down to an affordable mortgage. So it worked. All the steps along the way, you know, you kind of have to cross your fingers, hope everything works, and then it worked.
Great, great. Anything else you want to add in closing, and any thoughts?
Go with this guy. He walks you through everything. It's straight up front and works real hard. Calls you back at 6 in the morning, late at night.
If you want to be called back at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.